You are entering the cosmos.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Cloud 9.5, and welcome to Ashtabula County Medical Center. Having a rough week. Had to come here. I've got an overactive thyroid, it turns out. So it's sending hormones from my thyroid in there down into my heart and making my heart go all irregular and fast. So you might see a nurse pop in here a couple times just to check on me and take my vitals and give me meds and tell me I need to calm down. But anyways, the show must go on. This is our Halloween special. Thanks for tuning in. We've got an awesome episode for you today. And first up is a skit. This is going to be improv style. There's no script or nothing. They're just going to wing it. So we've got
I have to. Our first live TV thing, which is that one of our performers, who's supposed to be up right now, logged out. Is going to log back in. So maybe we should just run a commercial while we're waiting. Did you want to do it that way?
Yeah, we can do the Jam Fest commercial.
All right, here we go. Jam Fest commercial.
So that's for Jay's Jam Fest 9 coming up at the end of the month.
Yes, and all of our performers are now back, so we can proceed.
Awesome. So we've got a skit here. This is going to be Roy as Gary the Wimpy Vampire and Jamie as Gothy the Vampire. Hey, Renee, you can take me out.
Hello.
Rory, we cannot hear you. I mean, Gary, we cannot hear you. I don't know if you can. Yeah, go out and come back in. Let's see. This is what happens when you're undead. I think it's one of the punishments. Yeah, just go out and come back in. There you go. That's all right. Jane, how are you today? Let's bring Jay back up for a second.
So I got your name wrong. It's Jane. I thought it was Gothy.
Jane the Goth Vampire.
Ah, gotcha.
See, you were close. It's all good.
Yeah.
I promise I won't use you as a juice box.
Okay.
Hey, now we can hear you.
Me now. Okay, yep. Good. I couldn't hear you. You know, and I was saying, can you hear me? Should I go out and come back in?
Oh no. Oh no.
So here I am.
Hello.
Thanks for having me. Now I'm hoping that I can talk you into going vampire vegetarian.
I don't want to drink V8.
Well, no, it's not that. It's you're drinking blood, but it's animal blood, okay? So there's no guilt. And again, there are places you can go to Yeah, that will warm it up for you so that it tastes very nice. So it's not, drinking human blood, but it's no guilt. It's guilt free. So you can actually subsist on it, and it's not bad. You get used to it.
I heard
And
my
there's different
cousin.
kinds.
I heard my cousin Lestat talk about that, and ugh, animal blood. No, thank you.
Oh, your cousin's a Lestat. Interesting.
Yeah, distant,
He's a very powerful vampire.
very distant cousins. We met once.
I see. So have you ever been to any Anne Rice parties?
No, I have not. Never been
Neither have I.
invited.
They don't invite.
Yeah, they don't invite
Yeah.
me either.
Yeah. Yeah, I always thought maybe, one of these years I would crash, and unfortunately she passed away now.
Yeah.
So, but, woulda, shoulda, coulda.
I think they didn't invite me because I would eat too many of the guests.
Well, yeah, and that's the whole thing is, you're supposed to go and then kind of sneak a bite on a guest. Of course, I wouldn't do it, but yeah, that's what the youthful vampire crowd does. Is they'll go in and they'll sneak a bite or two on the guests, and the guests always realize that that's a possibility. The vampires will come in and sneak in and do their thing.
So have you ever tried fresh human blood?
Oh gosh, no. That would be like smothering a kitty, for me. I just can't do it. Human life is just so valuable, I think.
But they're like juice
I
boxes.
can't even bite Trump supporters.
They're like juice boxes.
I'm sorry I went there.
Juice
No.
boxes. They're like juice boxes. They come in different flavors.
Yeah,
O negative is my
I
favorite.
get the reference. Do you use straws? 2
No.
of them?
Hey, that's a thought though. Maybe I ought to try that.
Yeah, vampires are supposed to be able to suck a person dry, suck out all the blood in just a few seconds. If they're good, if they're skilled. But not for me. I can't do it.
But
That's one of the reasons why my wife left me. She thought I was a wet blanket, I guess. We got turned into a vampire at one of those vampire parties that we were talking about earlier. There were vampires there. It was a racy party, and there were vampires there, and they bet upon my wife and I, and changed us into vampires. Not sure why, and my wife embraced the lifestyle, and I just can't kill people.
I don't want to have to drain a
Everybody's
rat
got a mother.
cup. I don't want to drink animal blood. That's so gross.
Well, again, there's exotic animal bloods that are really actually pretty good. So you don't have to drink chicken blood or rat blood, or anything like that. There's exotic. There are places you can go to, delis that cater to vampires, especially in New York and San Francisco and Louisiana.
I tried the blood of a cow once. I didn't like it. It was pretty gross.
Now, did you drink it right out of the cow?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you see, you gotta try these places. They have like these little incubators that heat it up to just the right blood type, and sometimes you can, mix in a little salt. It's kind of like Gatorade blood. You get what your body needs.
I tried blood from like a donation bag once, and I didn't like that either. And then they said try it again, and they heated it up in a microwave, and I really that was just gross. Just gross.
In a microwave? Ugh.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad.
That's like cooking eggs in a microwave. It's like, ugh, come on now.
It was gross. My friends
I
talked
can
me
imagine
into it.
if they did that. But I never thought about that. Blood bank would probably, they would probably have some good blood.
Maybe.
And again, it's guilt free. They gave it willingly.
But the thrill is in the hunt, though. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I'm more of a homebody vampire. I just like to stay at home. So again, it's a hop, skip, and a jump to the delis, and then I can go home. and watch movies and TV and internet.
The only
Something
thing
on TikTok at night now. Wow.
The only thing I like to watch is that vampire show True Blood. I have that on repeat over and over and over. As a matter of fact, you remind me of one of the vampires on that show because he didn't like to be mean and he didn't like to attack people.
Yeah, there's quite a few of us out there. I mean, I've got quite a few friends that I bump into every now and again when I go to the delis. So, and it's funny because, I mean, I'm not a very old vampire. I was only made in the 50s, late 50s. And so I'm not even 100 years yet. But we talk like the old people, in the diners and stuff. Hey, you remember back in the day? Remember when we used to, you remember, hey, do you know who got steak last week? So, yeah, it's kind of like that. It's funny. Do you have any pets?
No. I've had an occasional pet snake.
Yeah.
My last
Snake blood
one
is very good, actually.
My last one slithered off, though. I think it got scared of me.
Well, and that's natural. Animals just really don't like us all that much.
It's really
I was talking about humans, though. Sorry.
Any pet humans?
Yeah, well, you feed on humans, so I figure you might have a couple of pets lying around.
The last pet human I had expired.
Yeah. You can tell them, hey, you got a shot at immortal life here, and keep them hanging around for a while. Hoping that you're going to change them and all,
Well, I had this human of mine, this pet human, for a little while, but they just recently expired. I guess, humans have to eat food and stuff, and I didn't feed them enough.
Ah, yeah. I knew somebody who lives that way with goldfish. They used to kill goldfish. Yeah. Understood. Well, gosh, I hope you'll take it into consideration. Maybe trying some animal blood at some vampire delis. They usually have symbols next to the sign that'll kind of clue you in that they're a vampire deli. When you walk in, you can wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You get the right menu.
I'll think.
Humans. Yeah, humans are in these delis, getting regular food. So, but the deli owners are usually vampire friendly or vampires themselves if it's an all night deli. And yeah, guilt free. You don't have to worry about killing somebody's, extinguishing somebody's life.
That's true, but I usually go after the bad guys.
Well, I understand. That's kind of what's the thing I'm looking for here? I'm not going to say a noble cause, but yeah, there is a necessity for it, I guess, is what I'm thinking.
I usually go after.
I'm like Dexter.
Yeah, see, there you go. You get it.
But that didn't end well.
I usually go after the bad guys, like the ones that are doing things that they should not do.
I was just reading Fred Beaumont's comment there. He's a human that watches the show, I guess. Immortal, I should say. Okay, well, thanks for chatting with me.
Well,
I'm sorry we didn't come to an agreement, but
thanks for trying to convince me to be kind.
I tried. It's what I do.
I'll think about it. I'll do research.
Very good.
Awesome.
There's Mr. Scratch.
Juice boxes. That was great. I love that. I was laughing. So now we've got, let's see, Renee, do we have a fourth commercial or just three?
We just have three. So if you want me to run that now, I can run one now.
No, we'll hold off a minute. I'll just go into my next skit.
All right. Here we
So now we're going to bring up Cindy Lou Who. How's it going,
Hello.
Cindy Lou Who?
Nice to be
And
here.
okay, Renee, there's a little bit of a narrator spot, and we'll go right into it.
I got it. Here we go. So it's a new morning, and the devil's lawyer, we'll call him Sid, begins this morning with a bounce in his step, a twinkle in his stone cold eyes. He knows that each new morning, new day brings new suckers to swindle, jamoshes to jive, losers to last. Life in hell is pretty good for Sid until today.
Hello, welcome to Burn Baby Burn Law Firm. How can I help you?
Are you the lawyer who represents the devil?
Why, yes, I am. Proudly so.
I would like to talk to you about suing the Grinch.
The little green, pointy-haired fellow that stole Christmas?
Yeah, that's him. That is definitely him. You see, even though things turned out pretty good for us in Whoville, I am still traumatized. I got the PTSD, from the first time I met that slime bag, and I want to sue for ongoing emotional distress.
Sounds ripe with potential.
Yeah, I can't get through the day without seeing that red ornament rolling on the floor, and then it's rolling toward me and getting bigger and bigger and rolling toward me, and then that poor dog with the antlers tries to eat me. It's horrible. It's really bad stuff.
You have come to the right place. I can guarantee that I will sue the Grinch successfully and win beyond your wildest dreams. Any money you want from this winning lawsuit will be tripled, no, quadrupled. Any damages to the Grinch's reputation will be beyond reproach. They'll never make another movie about him again. All movies and cartoons will be removed forever. All Grinch hats, Grinch t-shirts, Grinch slippers, Grinch Halloween costumes, you name it, all the merch will be banished forever. Ha 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 ha.
Wow, this sounds great. But, listen, I know there's a catch.
You are correct.
I mean, my friends kept telling me I shouldn't call you for this, but you advocate for the devil, so you're top shelf stuff.
Well, some would say I'm bottom shelf, but it's a matter of perspective.
And I've had devil's food cake, those little deviled egg things. So, you two can't be all that bad. What's the catch?
The payment is very simple. I want your soul.
Silver soul? I got some in the freezer. Very good.
No, your soul.
Soles of my feet? Would you settle for the sole of this shoe? We're both shoes. Both shoes.
No, your soul.
Food? Yeah, I got a can of black-eyed peas in my pantry. Better yet, I got a top shelf recipe from Ruby's Bitchin' in the Kitchen. She swears a lot. You'd like her. In fact, you'd love her. Anyway, I got a collard greens and cornbread recipe from her that would knock your socks off.
Listen to me carefully. I want your soul.
Solstice? Oh, you want my winter solstice necklace. Yeah.
I don't want your friggin' necklace. I want your soul.
Solo cup? Yeah, I know this one's clear, but in fact, I got a whole case of them in the back, red and blue. All
I
yours.
really am in hell.
Mark the day. Today is when the devil's lawyer met his match with adult, passive-aggressive Cindy Lou Who. Well, she's either passive-aggressive or very, very cheap.
Thank you, Diane. Diane wrote that skit. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jay, for having me.
Absolutely. So now we'll have a word from our sponsors. Now we're going to move on to our next segment of What's New. This is where I go over some headlines, read a little bit of the news. So a lot of political news lately. It seems Donald Trump's been all over the news. The January 6th committee has subpoenaed Donald Trump for his involvement in the attack on our Capitol that day. This is like placing a parking ticket on that abandoned car that's been sitting down the road. You know, the one with 20 old parking tickets stuck to the windshield? That ticket's not getting paid. Check. Okay. There we go. And why would Donald want to show up anyhow? They're going to point out everything he's done wrong. It's going to be the biggest stage in the world with the highest ratings ever. Why would he want all that attention? Wait, you said ratings? The former DOJ official Neil Katyal, did I pronounce that right? Neil Katyal commented at his 14-page response to the January 6th panel. He said that he did not think the response would help him unless he was trying to plead insanity. Then yes, there's plenty of evidence of that. Even former President Mike Pence has said that if Donald Trump runs for president, he said, well, if he runs in 2024, he said, well, there's someone else I'd rather vote for. That was Mike Pence's words. He said that. Wow. Meanwhile, President Biden has just purchased several hearing aids. We asked him how often he would need to use this, and he said, what? I said, how often will you need to use it? And he answered, what was that? Can you please speak up, man? There's senior citizens present. So moving along to what's up. I like to talk space. We got a little bit of space news. Tom Cruise is set to become the first actor to make a movie in space. And he will also become the first civilian to conduct a space flight. He's working with Elon Musk to go to the International Space Station and shoot parts of the film. With that, we shall look into some of Tom Cruise's worst lines ever. From Vanilla Sky, I'll see you in another life when we're both cats. War of the Worlds. Look at the goddamn birds. Interview with a vampire. You are a vampire who never knew that what life was until it ran out in a big gush over your lips. Risky business. I got a trig midterm tomorrow, and I'm being chased by Gildo the Killer Pimp. From Jerry Maguire. All right, I shoplifted the pootie. From Top Gun. I think I'll go embarrass myself with Goose. And the best one here from Far and Away. Shag off, the pair of you. There's a goat over there. Go improve your love life. Crew 4 has re-entered the atmosphere and splashed down off the coast of Florida. This is a part of the Falcon 9 mission where Crew 5 replaced the previous crew on the International Space Station. The event has so far been confused for a giant burnt marshmallow crashing into the ocean. Yeah. In other space news, the James Webb Space Telescope has just released a picture of the Pillars of Creation. This is a cloud of dust existing way out in space somewhere. We pointed our telescope in one direction, and we saw this. And that was supposed to be applause, not laughing. I'm very excited about the James Webb Space Telescope. Anytime they come out with something new, I got to show you guys. So, where are we at here? I think I mixed up the commercials a little bit. That's okay. Now we're going to go right into the interview. So if we could bring up Jamie Bennett.
Hello.
How's it going?
Pretty good. And yourself?
I'm doing good. Doing much better than I was earlier this week.
That's good to hear. You're very diligent. I give you credit for that. You deserve a gold star.
Thank you. Yeah, this show I was very excited for. Had to make it happen. So, can you tell us about Belongs to the Shadows?
It is haunted history as well as ghost stories, and then sometimes I take everybody on like location. I did an episode from Bonaventure Cemetery in Savannah, Georgia, and I told about a statue there that is haunted by a little girl.
Ooh, very cool. I like that. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at in Halloween obsession?
Beyond 10. I decorate my house for Halloween all year round. My decorations do not get taken down at all.
Awesome. Okay, so a chicken walks in here wearing a top hat. What does he say and why?
How do you do? How do you do?
Okay, what's your favorite Halloween candy?
My favorite Halloween candy, I would have to say either Reese's or candy corn.
Ah, yeah, I love Reese's. The chocolate and peanut butter combination is to die for.
It's one of my favorites.
So what other shows do you have?
I have The Warrior Within, where I talk about very sensitive topics, but they need to be talked about. They need to be brought to the forefront. Nothing's off limits. I talk about anything and everything on that show, so it's definitely not for children. Viewer discretion is advised on that one. And then Belongs to the Shadows, of course, viewer discretion would be advised on there as well. And then I have the Jam Session Goes Underground, where I do interviews with musicians and artists. It doesn't have to be limited to just musicians. I will accept artists on there as well, like painters, poets, anybody and everybody is accepted.
Awesome. What about lawyers that represent the devil?
Sure, why not?
I was already on one of your jam session shows. That was a good time. So how did you get into video production?
How did I get into video production? I have a mass communications degree. I started out in recording technologies, where I dealt with a lot of media editing. I took production classes, like I took news classes at an actual news station, and I was a DJ for a radio station. So I've grown up loving radio. That's my first love. And I used to record music off of the radio, and I used to pretend to be downtown Julie Brown and I would introduce the bands. So I'm definitely in the right field of work.
Nice. Awesome. That's an awesome background. That's all the stuff I wanted to do.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm in hopes of, I can admit it on here because it's kind of been leaked a little bit. I'm in hopes of getting to land an interview with Black Veil Brides in Atlanta on November 25th. We'll see how that works out. Hopefully, keeping my fingers crossed that I can land that interview.
Awesome. I hope that works out. Okay, so this will be interesting. Try describing the color yellow to somebody who is blind.
To describe the color of yellow to someone who's blind. Liquid sunshine. Liquid sun.
That's very accurate, except the blind person wouldn't know what the sun looks like.
No, but that's true. I would say the warmth of the sunshine, just imagine that as a color, and then you would have the color of yellow.
Excellent. So do you have any Halloween plans this year?
Halloween plans. I'm taking my daughter out trick-or-treating, maybe go to a trunk or treat, and then just stay home and watch The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and Hocus Pocus, and all those good movies.
Heck yeah. So many good ones. I gotta go back to the Halloween movies. So if a song played every time you entered a room, which song would it be?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. Man, I used to say that my theme song was Yellow by Coldplay. That's one of my favorite theme songs. But I would have to say now, after everything that I've been through in life and everything that I have conquered in life, I would have to say Motionless in White's Queen for Queen.
Heck yeah. Awesome. So what's the funniest thing that's happened to you lately?
Funniest thing that has happened to me lately. Well, I got all nervous about my vaccine for the big COVID word and worked myself up into a frenzy, and I did it for no reason. I thought, oh, I'm going to be sick all weekend. Of course, everybody handles it differently. Everybody's different with vaccines. I was just really super hungry after I got my vaccine.
You're not showing up.
Oh, I'm not?
No.
Oh no.
It'll be your stickers.
Oh, the stickers? Oh boy.
Yes.
Okay. I
sorry.
gotta open up. Don't worry, there's a gown underneath all this.
Live television, y'all.
Yeah. Gotta check and make
Oh,
sure
my
I'm
goodness.
alive.
You're bonded.
Yeah, I'm the devil's
I'm
lawyer.
sorry.
I represent a law firm
Oh, okay.
for the devil.
Yeah, I got you.
There we go. Okay. And then these ones.
No.
All right.
Okay. Yep. You're sweating, that's why.
Yeah, it's hot.
You're drenched.
Yeah, it's the temperature of hell that surrounds me.
Yes. Get that one right there. Yeah, you're sweating, so they're kind of falling off. Just kind of, okay. I'll just let her know.
Should be like 20 more minutes and I'll be done.
Okay.
So I've got a heart monitor on, and I guess the little sticky things are starting to slide off because I have the temperature of hell around me and it's just sliding off. But anyway, let's bring out our next guest. We've got Gary the Wimpy Vampire. Thanks for coming in here, Jane.
Thank you.
Oh, hi.
How's
Devil
it going,
went down
Gary?
to the ER. He was looking for some souls to steal.
Yeah, I figure it's a good place. There got to be some popping up sometime.
Yeah, go over to rehab.
So how long have you been a vampire?
I got changed in 1958. So do the math. I'm not good at math. It's been 52, 70, 74 years now.
Okay. So where do you like to find your food?
Where do I like to find my food? I'm not sure if you saw the earlier part of the show, but there's special delis that I like to go to that warm up animal blood for vampires. and it's guilt free. You're not killing somebody. Like I told the other vampire earlier, everybody's got a mother, so.
Yeah, that's very considerate. How often do you have to deal with the peer pressure of other vampires trying to get you to bite people?
Oh gosh, all the time. Well, actually, a lot of vampires just ignore me. But I would probably run into a vampire every day who's a hater. So you don't drink human blood. Oh, I get that a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so a penguin walks into the room wearing a sombrero. What does he say and why is he here?
Badges. We don't need no stinking badges. Why not?
Yeah. So, Gary, do you have any superpowers like turning into a bat or anything like that? Or disappearing or anything?
I have incredible strength, and I can fly, and I'm very fast when I want to be. Usually when I'm scared. Like I said, I get persecuted a lot by the pretty vampires. So yeah. I can't read minds though. That's a tough one. Some can do it, some can't. I can't read minds, unfortunately.
So what's the most difficult part about being a vampire?
Probably that you have to stay asleep all day. I mean those crazy sleeping patterns. You get used to it after a few decades, but you gotta sleep in your little cubby hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've worked third shift before. It's really tough when the sun's out and you just want to get out there, and hard being a vampire.
Well, again, if I was human, I would have trouble sleeping because I'd always be worried that someone would find me, in a little coffin, underneath the bed, that kind of thing. But we go into a kind of a trance-like state when we're in the daytime, so sleeping's not a problem.
Right. Okay. So, do you ever go out for social events? And if so, do you have to disguise yourself for the public?
When I go out for social events, I just, keep my mouth closed, and so you can't see my fangs. And I dress pretty normal, actually. I'm not the goth kind of vampire. Sometimes when I haven't fed in a while, I get the dark circles around my eyes. No, I don't really have to put on any special costume. At night, I just dress pretty normal for a normal guy. I look like I'm supposed to go out on the golf course,
So, like, they made a lot of movies about vampires. I know Twilight was huge a while back. How accurate are they? If you were to step out into the sunlight, are you gonna like glow all sparkly like they do in the movies?
No, that was something that was made up for Twilight. There is again, if we're out in the sun, we're kind of allergic to it. It'll kill us, and we don't like garlic for some reason. Garlic, we're allergic to that as well. Holy water, a lot of us aren't crazy about holy water. But crosses and stuff, really don't repel us all that much. And the whole inviting vampires in thing, no, we don't do that. That's not real. And we can see ourselves in mirrors. Sometimes we don't like what we see, but but yeah. So Anne Rice got it pretty much right, most of it. Okay. But the Twilight thing, it's just for teenage girls.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I agree on the holy water thing. That stuff's awful. So what's the funniest thing that's happened to you in your time as a vampire?
The funniest thing that ever happened to me. That's a good question. I really haven't had many funny things happen to me since I've become a vampire. It's been a pretty lonely existence, actually. One time a housekeeper came in during the day and almost found my bed. So, and how do you get, what do you do if somebody finds your secret hiding place, as far as where you sleep,
Right.
they got to know you're a vampire then, So luckily, she didn't find it. I had it locked from the inside. So she didn't
Okay.
find it. She didn't know what it was, and I didn't have to kill her. Which I pride myself on the fact that I haven't killed anybody since the mid '60s. So.
Ooh, okay. Is it a coffin, or is that a secret?
It's like a coffin, yeah. It's similar to coffins are so obvious, I mean, you have to get it a little. You got to get a little clever, as far as. So it's more like a kind of a chest. That looks like you can put sweaters in it, that kind of thing. But that's where I sleep.
Gotcha. Yeah. So how did you become a vampire in the first place?
As I stated earlier, we went to a wild party, which we thought was going to be, like a swingers party, and there were vampires there. And I don't know, for some reason they changed my wife and I into vampires. I think they were after my wife, to be honest, because she didn't stay with me long after that, and I didn't embrace the vampire lifestyle like she did.
Gotcha.
So
I see.
that's probably the reason why I am what I am today. I
see. So do you think we have any vampires in our Congress or in our government?
Well, I would say bloodsuckers for sure. But no, they're out in the daytime. So even with sunblock, I don't think they could. I don't think that they could do what they do, in the daytime.
Yeah.
Well, but they might have a vampire like tipping in their ear, telling them what to do.
Oh yeah,
that happens a lot. Politicians are swayed by power of vampirism. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, probably. I definitely. I think there's a lot of them in there, honestly. Probably several out in Russia. But
there are vampires, on every continent.
Yeah.
Quite a few, actually. Yeah, it's an ever-growing community.
Well, Gary, I hope you have an easy time finding food without having to kill anybody. Thanks for coming to my show.
Thank you. Somebody asked who was the vampire that bit me. It was a female vampire who was at this swingers party. She was the female companion of a big giant male vampire who was very powerful. And as a result, I got some pretty strong powers, because the stronger the vampire that bites you, and that line on up, the powers you get. But I really don't use them a lot, I don't want to point out to people that I'm, a vampire.
So it's almost kind of like you got like a VTD, a vampire transmitted disease. Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's I like that. That's kind of cool. So I gotta go to the deli and get some blood because I'm getting a little peaked.
Okay. So, well, thanks for stopping in.
Good luck with your nurse there.
Oh yeah. I'll grab her soul.
There you go.
Mine. I already got it. So we have one more commercial. So now we've got a musical performance coming up from Diane Cole. She just released a new CD, very proud, and she's going to play one song off of this album.
Yeah, hi Jay.
Hi, Diane.
Thanks for having me sing a song off this album. And you know, I kind of have a Halloween type song on this album. I thought I'd sing this one.
Awesome. Heck yeah. Yeah, you can, any song you want to play. We're excited to hear it.
Yeah, well, this song's called "The Bell Tolls," and sometimes there's nothing scarier than karma on a cold, rainy night, and that's what the song's about. And here we go. What is that sound? Ringing all around. Seems to be time. You are next in line, because karma's ticking time. And I hear it's not kind. Sounds such an eerie chime, and it's for you that bell tolls. Moon up in the sky, casting shadow light. Down upon us all, and at times one must fall, because karma's ticking time. And I hear it's not kind. Sounds such an eerie chime, and it's for you that bell tolls. I hear that sound ringing all around. Chills me to the bone. You're so far from home. You know that karma's ticking time, and you've no coat or a place to hide. Outside a chilled wind does blow, and it's for you that bell tolls. It's for you. That bell tolls.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. That was great. I loved it.
Oh, thank you, Jay. Glad I had a song for Halloween for you.
Heck yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching Cloud9, for coming out to Cloud9.5. Make sure you please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you got a TikTok, check us out there. If you've got Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, we've even got a website. Check out our website. So come on out in 2 weeks. The next episode is going to be the Veterans Day episode. So I will see you then.